let me tell you guys something. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is fun. It's fun. Now, I know what many of you are going to say. You're going to say to yourselves, Prez, you already gave us your opinion on the new Pokemon games in your analysis video and your other incoherent rant. And I did. And I did have a positive outlook to it. But, you know, despite the fact that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has its issues, it has its fair share of positives that kind of even out the game. And I get it, you know, some people may not have liked the starters. Like, Quacoco looks like he has absolutely no fucking thoughts in his mind. Quaxley looks like a knockoff of Josuke from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And they ruined Sprigatito's evolution by making it bipedal. But despite everything, despite every little, you know, issue that this game had, I still had a blast playing it. Now, when I was choosing between the two versions, I had to go with, you know, decide on, you know, which one looked better to me. So it was either Dami Mami or the not cursed looking legendary. And I mean, look at fucking Koraidon's walking animation. When you're riding on Koraidon, look at that shit. Why are the wheels not fucking wheels? So, to pretty much give you a gist of the story of the entire game, you have 3 paths: Victory Road, Path of Legends, and Operation Starfall. Which, both Path of Legends and Victory Road are pretty good. I barely remember why the fuck Operation Starfall was a thing. There was like only 2 things I could remember from that fucking path. Clive, and the fact that I could never guess that Director Clavel disguised himself as Clive. I couldn't see the fucking correlation. And Penny's theme. Alright, just take a listen. Like, now do you see what I mean? This fucking game had some bangers, okay? Like, I absolutely loved the soundtrack for this game. And quite frankly, Penny's battle theme is quite literally the only thing that made me remember that Operation Starfall was a thing in this game. Path of Legends, on the other hand, nearly made me cry, because this had to have been the most emotional fucking portion of the game I've ever had to play through, like, in a Pokemon game. And the reason I say that, and spoiler warning in case you haven't fucking noticed by now, if you haven't played the game through yet, you should probably click off right now. Arvin does everything he can so that he can cure his Pokemon Mabosstiff from whatever ailment he has, and it's honestly one of the most fucking emotional rides you can see in a Pokemon game. Because he's doing everything he can so that he can save his childhood Pokemon. Because according to him, Mabosstiff was the only thing he had at the time. Nemona. This fucking rival has to be one of my favorite in modern Pokemon games. She is a rival that actually has depth. Actually has a story, and actually makes you want to like her. I mean, look at her. What's to hate? She loves to battle. She's not as dense as Hop. She's not as stupid as fucking How, even though Hop and How are both literally clones of the exact same fucking character. Let's be real here. I mean, even their animations are similar. Nemona actually makes me want to like this character, even though she's a rival. You know, Nemona was great. You know, her whole execution, her whole shtick, even her theme was great. Like, what was there to hate about this character? Nimona was a fantastic character to just follow along with you, like, along your journey. It was just fun. It was all fun. Even her theme is fun. Now, let me tell you something I absolutely despised from this game. And it's not the Terra Raid battles. That's a whole nother thing. It's the champion. La Primera. Top champion Gita has to be one of the worst fucking champions in the entire series. She looks like a knockoff of Dora the fucking Explorer on steroids. This champion is so fucking boring. All she does is talk shit to you on the last Pokemon she has available. This is a terrible fucking champion. We needed something better. We needed something Cynthia level, not Gita. Okay, Gita can go back to fucking Dora the Explorer. This is not Dora the Explorer. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Now let's get to something I really don't like about this game, and it's the co-op multiplayer mode known as Terra Raid battles. Now essentially the premise of this is kind of like Dynamax battles, or Dynamax Raid battles from Pokemon Sword and Shield, except instead of going, one by one, like everyone goes first, everyone gets their turn, everyone just attacks as you go. Like you don't have to wait for everyone else to go before you. You can just attack as the prompt allows you to. And you have a little time limit. So right below the health bar of the Pokemon that you're battling, there's a timer just below that goes down as the battle progresses. And, it's all fun and games when it's 1 through 5 star Terra Raids. It's when you get to 6 and 7 star Terra Raids that are absolutely fucking dog shit. And let me explain why. One, the matchmaking for them shits is so fucking terrible you can almost never get into a lobby unless you're really lucky. Second of all, the Pokemon will just waste your time by stalling, taking multiple fucking turns in battle while you try to just fight against the UI. And third of all, the difficulty is increased significantly. Like it is no holds barred. That Pokemon will take you down like Roman Reigns takes down Seth Rollins in a guillotine chokehold. It'll grab your dick and twist it if you're not careful. That's how bad it is. And what I hate about it the most is that when you have the UI available to you so you can actually do an action command, sometimes the game won't even let you. You're just going to be stuck on there until everyone else's turn goes by and it just chews down your time. And what's even worse is the penalty for your Pokemon fainting with this timer. If one person's Pokemon faints, you get a whole chunk of that timer taken away from you. And there are some times where the fucking Terra Raid Pokemon will take out 2 at once. And even when you're about to KO it, as soon as that timer reaches 0, you're fucking kicked out of that Terra Raid battle and you're forced to go find a new one. So honestly, Terra Raid battles are one of the worst fucking things put into this game. I wish they could die. I wish they were gone. I wish, or at least if they could fucking fix the nerf the time limit a bit. Or nerf the Pokemon in general to not chew down your time as you're trying to, make your turn. That's all that's needed to do. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to end off the video by just saying this. The game, for me personally, as I play this, I never had an issue with the game. Of course, there were some bugs here and there, but they never really negatively impacted my gameplay experience. The graphics do need work. I will concede to the point where, there are other games out there that do look significantly better than this. And I will concede to my friend Paragon of Torna's point that, Game Freak really needs to take more time between developing these games. Pokemon is not a 2-year development cycle game anymore. Pokemon now deserves more than just 2 years to make the next one. And because this is now open world, there are so many endless possibilities to bring in more content for fans while you're just developing the next generation of the game. Game Freak has become this has this AAA expectation when developing this IP. And, seeing how it looks now, seeing how they've handled the whole, game itself, it's a bit disappointing to see that the game could be a lot better than it is right now. So, really, I have nothing too negative towards the game. The story was great. The characters I liked. Operation Starfall could have used a better plot point, to be honest. Terror raid battles need a lot of work in general just to even work, because there are some times where I have to fight with the UI to even get a turn in. So, yeah. That's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, there's one more thing. And this is a bit of a controversial take, but Claude Sire, best Pokemon.